Hello, you big tank toads. My name is Mausnikov, and many of you know me from my overpositive approach towards Panzerkampfwagen Maus. But it's not just memes fooling around and playing video games. I, in fact, possess some actual mouse knowledge, and a lot of it is thanks to this book, Kampfpanzer Maus, the Porsche Type 205 super heavy tank, by Fröhlich. He has written the same book in German too, but I'm reviewing the English version here. Obviously the book is copyrighted, but since this is a review, showing some bits of it is under the fair use when it comes to the copyright. But to reduce the usage of copyrighted material, I'll be showing some B-roll footage in between the actual book shots to fill the gaps. I hope you understand. The book begins with a brief history of heavy tanks by different nations, but quite quickly we'll dive into the backgrounds why Germans wanted a super heavy tank. The quick answer: they were afraid that Russian super heavy tanks would appear, and Germans didn't want the same unpleasant surprise as they had with the KV tanks. It's useful to know the backgrounds for the Maus project, since quickly thinking an overweight, huge and slow heavy tank sounds completely crazy. But there is logic behind it. Sure, the resources would have been more useful if they were used for medium tanks or self-propelled guns, but Maus wasn't just the results of a rambling madman. The book goes through the development and requirements for the 100-ton heavy tank, which would eventually become the 188-ton Maus. The requirements change over the time, and a bunch of the features get completely dropped off, like the anti-air cannon and flamethrowers. We also get information about Dr. Porsche's background and his interest in hybrids and electric drives, which plays an important role for Maus's power plant. Crater details are provided separately from both running prototypes, first one with the dummy turret and the second one with an actual gun turret. There is plenty of research done to gather all the information about the vehicles and how they were tested. The version of the Maus which the Soviets put together by combining the turret and hull of the two destroyed prototypes gets decent attention, and the unfinished hulls aren't forgotten either. Very good information here. A lot of people probably don't know that a running prototype of the Maus was even built, not to mention all the versions of it. In the later parts of the book, we dive deeper in the technological details of the Maus. So many cool details here. For me it came as a surprise that the loaders wouldn't be connected to the intercom/radio system. That's quite different from the modern tank crews, where everyone is connected to the intercom system. Then there are translated operator manuals for both the hull and the turret, which are provided with some but not all related photos. Unfortunately, a lot of the documents were destroyed by the Allied bombings. But it's not all positive stuff. I have little critique with some of the pictures. The best example being the electrical drawing. It's resized into so small picture it's hard to make out what's in there without a magnifying glass. Just rotating the image 90 degrees would have already helped a lot, especially when considering there's nothing else on the same page. Kampfwagen Maus is a worthy investment for any tank or Maus enthusiast. My book cost 45 euros as a new, but due to damage during the shipping some discount was applied. 240 pages of detailed mousing, including plenty of large, high quality photos, is indeed an excellent material, but I was able to spot some certain mistakes and some possible mistakes. Some texts next to the photos were wrong or were pointing into the wrong spots, like here in the turret interior photo, the submachine gun ball mount is pointing at the turret clock indicator, and the actual submachine gun port is labeled as an elevation control. Some textual errors also were present, like calling TOG2's engine M6 or T1E2, which were names for American heavy tanks. But in overall, the story of world's heaviest tank from beginning to end is still very much worth it. What's also worth it is to check out other videos I've made. 100% mousiness, all available on this channel. If you like what you saw, maybe even tickle that subscribe button. It likes being touched. Trust me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!